Hey, this is Beth at Bitchins.net, and I hope you're having a great day. One of the students in this class was asking me about starting a podcast. She's wanting to do a podcast and she's wanting to monetize it. And it is a great way to get your message out there. Podcasts are very hot right now, they're very popular. You can listen to them in your car as you're doing your chores or working around the house. They are a great way to get your message out there. And I'm sharing some resources with you in your newsletter today with the recording replay of the Zoom. So just check those resources out. Just do your research. It really depends on your budget. It does not have to cost a lot to start a podcast. And my friend Stephanie Carter, she felt her heart stirring about doing a podcast. And at first she was like, somebody has suggested it to her to share her messages and her books and her speaking. And she goes, no. And then someone else told her that. And then a third person, and she had shared about it online when she began to feel her heart stirring. And a couple of people tried to discourage her, saying it's too hard, it's too expensive. But when she told me about it, I was like, no, Stephanie, you can do this. It is not that hard. It is not that expensive. You can get a, a might that attaches to your blouse or to your dress, whatever you're wearing. And it's not that expensive. You can get these on Amazon. The only thing I don't like about this is, as you can see, it tangles up. You can get others that have a shorter cord. Or several years ago, when I started out with my podcast, I got the blue snowball mic, and it has a pop filter on it. It looks very strange. Here's a pop filter, but you can hook this up to your laptop. It's got these little things at the end to help it stand still. You can get a Blue Yeti mic. That's another great one. So I listed that resource for you. And very quickly, I wanted to show you Stephanie's. And let me see. Here is hers. Beautiful picture. And she named it Reveal. One of the ladies that was telling her to do it said, I got it. The name of it's Reveal. And so she's using that as her podcast name for revealing God, revealing the truth, and revealing you. And she's taking her teachings and her books and her speaking, and she's taking out pieces of those, and she has started a podcast. And she found out I was right. It's not that hard. It's not that expensive. She got a beautiful graphic for it. You see it right there on her page. She did her first podcast introducing people to her by sharing her story, her very powerful story, which is in her books and her speaking events too. But her son, Jonathan, created the music just for this podcast, and you can hear the intro at the beginning. It is just so beautiful. Her son is amazing on the keyboard or piano. He's so talented. So she did it, and I'm so excited for her. She's a former client of mine and now my biz peer. And in fact, I talked to her today. I called her about something for prayer. So she's just a wonderful woman of God, and you will be blessed listening to her podcast. It is now on Apple. So I just wanted to encourage you. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, not that expensive. You can get a mic on Amazon for $15, $25. If you want to spend more than that, if it's in your budget, they're on up to 100, 125, and they go up from there. If you want quality videos, quality audio podcasts. So, and you can do a podcast on video too. I actually didn't know that. I found that out this year. You can do a podcast using video. You can also interview people on your podcast. I did that years ago. I interviewed speakers and authors, business people, and that's a great way to get your message out there, not only to your audience, but also expose you to their audience too. So you're reaching more people. And just like Zoom, video, YouTube, you are reaching a greater audience through doing podcasts. And it's just an amazing way to get your message out there. Some people prefer listening to videos or reading. Certainly, a lot of people prefer them to reading long text, long emails, long e-zines, long blogs. And it's just a great way to promote yourself. You can talk about your books, you can talk about your speaking, you can talk about whatever you're trying to sell in your business. And you don't have to shove it down people's throats, just do it in a very natural way. So I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'm going to send you some of those resources. Okay, let me stop sharing. There we go. So I hope that this encouraged you today, that you can do it. I've been podcasting for several years. When the challenges for me personally, because I'm so busy, is to do it on a consistent basis. And I was just listening to a video last night on consistency. Consistency is very important in your business. And my cat's roaming around there in my closet. Natalia, come here. My cat, Natalia. You see me posting pictures of her on my Facebook. Today's cute cat pics, and it shows her warming in the sun or in her cat tree or whatever she's doing. My cat loves me and I love her. I adopted her from an animal shelter. But anyway, you can talk about your cat on your podcast or on your videos or whatever. Just share whatever God's having you share your story. So, and remember with this training, you do not have to do a podcast. You don't have to do any of this. Take what is helpful to you, which applies to you, that you feel like God is speaking to you personally. And then, as they say in the South, eat the meat and spit out the bones. The Bible says to extract the precious from the worthless. And I'm praying that you'll get at least one or two, a couple of precious gems in this training. Be blessed and have a beautiful day. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.